Hi and welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me here today. If you're new here, my name is Trish and we are going to be talking about my recommendations for the Black Friday sales. I've got a lot of information to give you in this video, so I'm going to try to keep it as brief as possible. Obviously, there's lots of details to give you regarding codes. Some of these brands do not have codes. There's obviously dates to give you in terms of when the sales start, when they end. So all of that information will be down below in the description box. If you're watching this video when I'm posting it, today is Sunday, November 23rd, and a lot of these sales have already started. So I will try to give you as much information as I can as I'm telling you about the products or the brands, but I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information as I'm talking. And the other thing I want to mention before I get into the recommendations is I know I'm going to be getting more information, updated information from other brands as the days move ahead. So definitely keep your eye on the description box for those updates, and I will try to keep you posted on that as well, maybe in my Instagram stories as that information does come in. So the first recommendation that I'm going to talk about doesn't have to do with beauty. This is a lifestyle recommendation. I don't usually talk about these kinds of things, but this is such a good one that I do feel compelled to mention it. These are headphones from Bose, and these are their Quiet Comfort Ultra headphones. And these are on a very good sale for Black Friday. These are 30% off, so these are usually $429 and they are on sale for $299. Now, I don't know exactly how long this sale is going to be on for. Now, I paid full price for these probably 3 or 4 months ago. I did a ton of research on what noise canceling headphones to get that were going to be the most comfortable. They have this really nice cushion right here so it doesn't get sore on the top of your head, like if you're on a long plane flight, which definitely happens to me. I definitely get kind of tender on the top of my head with other headphones that I have had. So like I said, I did a lot of research in terms of reading reviews, watching YouTube videos, and I finally settled on these and I really like them a lot. And I think I'm gonna have to get another pair of these during the sale because my husband has actually started using these. So he's taken over this pair. So I think I'm going to have to get another pair because we are both loving these so much and it's pretty difficult to share a pair of headphones. And then the other thing I wanted to mention from Bose that's on sale that I do not have, but I'm very interested in getting, this is their SoundLink Home Bluetooth speaker. I love the look of this Bluetooth speaker, and if you guys are familiar with Bose, you know that they have amazing sound quality in their speakers and their headphones, but this speaker looks great, and it is on sale for $179. Its regular price is $229, so these speakers are 20% off. So there's not a consistent percentage off on the Bose website, so each individual product has its own percentage off. So anyway, like I said, the Quiet Comfort Ultra headphones are 30% off, and then this Bluetooth speaker that I have my eye on is 20% off. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. If you are looking at any Bose products, they have amazing sales going on right now on their website. Now let's go ahead and move on to beauty. And I'm gonna start with one of my favorite brands, and that is Merit. They have 20% off site-wide with additional discounts on select items. So definitely keep your eye out for those items that have an extra discount. The first thing I'm going to talk about from Merit is their Great Skin Trio. So I love all of their skincare. I love their cleanser, their serum, and their moisturizer. So this trio obviously has all 3 of them. Now these are not full sizes. I would say they are deluxe travel sizes. So if you have never tried their skincare, this is a great way to try them out for the first time. If you already know that you love their skincare, obviously these will be great sizes to travel with. So I just want to let you know that this trio exists. And as I've said many times, as I'm doing my skincare prep for getting in front of the camera, I love using their serum and their moisturizer, and that is what I did do today as I was getting ready to film. I'm also going to recommend the Uniform. This is their Tinted Mineral Sunscreen that has an SPF of 45. This is what I have on my skin today. I really love the finish of this. I think it's a very natural skin finish. So just wanted to let you know that I have really been loving the Uniform from Merit. I don't think I've talked about it that much on my channel, but I am really loving it. So I did want to mention it as a recommendation for their sale. I, of course, am still loving their Flush Balms. These are amazing. I have this one on today. This is Bespoke. I have this right here on the apples of my cheeks. Love this one so much. This is the one that I reach for most frequently. Now, I do want to mention their lip liners. These are so amazing. I do have 4 of them, but I'm only going to talk about 3 because the other one that I have, Archival, was limited edition, so you can't get that one anymore. But I will talk about Bespoke, and this is a pink brown. And the reason why I love these so much is because they're very creamy, almost kind of glossy, and I will do swatches of these. So I'm gonna do Bespoke, which is a pink brown, and then Coupe, which is a cool pink, and then Mayfair, which is a cool mauve. So again, these are the lip liners, and this is Bespoke, the pink brown. This is Coupe, the cool pink, and this is Mayfair, the cool mauve. So what I have on my lips today is the Coupe lip liner, so the one right there in the middle. And I paired it with my next recommendation, which is the Lip Slick in the Sheen finish from Merit. And this is in Biarritz, and Biarritz is a nude pink. So I put Biarritz all over my lips. So I'll just add a little bit more. And like I said, Biarritz is a nude pink, and I will put Biarritz right by Coupe so you could see what that looks like. And I'm also going to show you Twin Set, which is a mauvey color, and I'm going to put that by Mayfair. And then I will also show you Taupe, which is a neutral brown, and I love putting this one on top of Bespoke, the pink brown. Now on this side you have the lip slicks. Now I need to clarify that Taupe is not the Sheen finish. So Taupe, like I said, is the neutral brown. And then over here you have Biarritz, which is the nude pink in the Sheen. And then over here is Twin Set, which is the mauve color, and that's also in the Sheen. So this is how I like to pair them up. So just one more time, this is Bespoke lip liner, this is the Coupe lip liner, and then this is Mayfair. So I think I mentioned this in a previous video that I have been loving the combination of the lip liner and the lip gloss. I know that that's been a big trend lately, but for me, the Merit lip liners are so easy to use because they are so glossy and they are so creamy, so they're very, very forgiving. So for me, I really love the formula of the Merit lip liners, and then their lip glosses are really, really beautiful. They have a great texture. They feel very nourishing. They're not super tacky or super sticky. So the gloss is really, really lovely. And I don't know what it is about the size of these lip glosses, but they fit perfectly in my purse. And I have been carrying around all 3 of these in various purses and backpacks, and they never seem to get banged up. They don't start to get junky looking. So these are a huge win for me in terms of a very easy, very wearable lip gloss. And Taupe is definitely a favorite of mine for many years now. And then, like I said, I love the lip sheens, and Twin Set and Biarritz are huge favorites of mine. I also really love that Archival color, but like I said, that was a limited edition set that is no longer available. But I would say that the Twin Set color is really close to Archival. So if you're bummed you missed out on Archival, I would say grab Twin Set as an alternative to that. And then I feel like I'm already getting too long-winded, so just real quickly, I will also highly recommend the Solo Shimmer eyeshadows that Merit came out with very recently. I spoke about these in another video. I really love the color Matchbook. It is a very warm color. I'll show you the color in the pot just so you can get an idea here, but I'm not gonna swatch it just to save for time. I also got Iris, which if you saw my previous video where I talked about it and I also swatched it and had it on my eyes, I didn't really love how this turned out on my actual skin, on my eyes. It just was a little bit too cool for me. At that point, I did not have the color Sartorial, which is a beautiful bronzy color, but Sartorial actually has turned out to be a much better color for me than Iris. So I think I'm going to return Iris. Highly recommend Sartorial if your coloring is a little bit more like mine. If you like cool plummy colors, then you will absolutely love Iris. I took a leap with Iris, but just did not work out for me. Sartorial is definitely more for me. It is on my eyes today. I have it really close in on my lash line here. And then on my lower lash line, I applied it with the dual-ended brush from Merit, which I really love. So I used the finer, smaller brush side, and then I applied it along my lower lashes, and I really love how it looks. And then I absolutely love Glacé, which is this really beautiful pinky rose kind of taupey color, very neutral, very wearable. And then I have that all over my movable lid, and then a little below my brow bone is kind of like a highlight. So my favorites so far are Glacé, and then Sartorial, and then I also really love Matchbook. It is not Matchstick like I kept saying in my previous video. I also have a Merit landing page, so if you want to see all of my recommendations from Merit, you can go check it out over there. Like I said, 20% off at Merit. Next up is Bloomeffects. They are doing 30% off site-wide. You also get a free sunscreen serum with any purchase over $100, so that is an amazing deal. The first thing I'm going to recommend from them is their Tulip Dewdrops. I cannot tell you how much I love this product. I'm going to put just a little bit on my hand here because I just have to tell you how much I love the texture of this serum. Now they call it a serum, but it has more of a lotiony texture, and it gives your skin such a beautiful dewy finish. I love using this day and night, and I also really love the scent of it. It has this really kind of woodsy, coconutty scent that I've talked about many, many times on my channel that I find so beautifully addictive. I just absolutely love this product. I cannot rave about it enough. I also really love their Black Tulip Overnight Retinoid Serum. I don't have it with me here right now, but this is another product that I have loved for years and years. I believe it has bakuchiol in it, maybe a little bit of lactic acid. So gorgeous, love it so much. And then I want to bring your attention to a product that I personally have never tried, but this caught my eye. This is their Royal Tulip Hydrating Bi-Phase Tonic. I feel like this looks so amazing. So this is a product I might purchase for myself during the sale. I think I'm going to purchase a Tulip Dewdrops because this is getting pretty close to being finished and I don't have a backup of this, and I always want to have this in my skincare arsenal. So I think I might try this Hydrating Bi-Phase Tonic because it really looks amazing. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to Live Botanical. Now Live Botanical usually does some kind of seasonal offering, but I don't know as if they are doing that this year. If they do, I will definitely link them down below because their seasonal offerings are always incredible. But anyway, they're definitely doing a sale, 25% off site-wide. You can actually use my code Trish to get that 25% off, so just TRISH. And their sale starts on November 25th. Now, a huge recommendation that I always want to tell you about during the Live Botanical sale is their Nourishing Cleansing Oil. This is one of my favorite cleansing oils. Absolutely love this. This is something I will probably be picking up during the sale because I am almost out of another cleansing oil that I need to tell you about. But anyway, love this one so much. Another huge, huge recommendation that I have for you all is their Illuminating Exfoliating Serum. This is a beautiful, gentle exfoliating serum that has a very gentle lactic acid percentage in here. I believe there's also moth bean in here as well, and there's also marshmallow. It also has a lovely scent of green tea because if I'm remembering correctly, it has a base of green tea hydrosol as well as aloe vera. So anyway, this is really, really beautiful. And then the other recommendation I'm going to make from Live Botanical is their Renewing Concentrate. This is an incredible juicy balm. So if you like balms that are really juicy and really soft, this is definitely for you. It has an incredible scent of rose and chamomile. So it's not like super rosy in terms of like a summer perfumey rose. It's more of an earthy rose. It's absolutely stunning. Love this balm so much. So I'm excited to start pulling this out more now that the winter months are upon us. And you know, the central air just really makes my skin way more dry than it is in the summertime. So this one is a favorite balm to use during the winter. Let's go ahead and move on to Furtuna Skin. They are doing 30% off, which has already started. And 30% off is great because, as many of you might already know, Furtuna Skin is quite expensive. They are definitely on that high-end luxury eco brand side of things. One of my absolute favorite things from Furtuna Skin is their micellar cleansing essence. This has definitely turned me into a fan of using micellar cleansers, but this one is my absolute favorite because not only is it a micellar cleanser, it is also an essence. So I feel like when I use this, I am also leaving beautiful skincare ingredients on my skin. So I just cannot say enough good things about this micellar cleansing essence. I also really love their face and eye serum. This is a beautiful hydrating serum. Love this one so much. And then I don't have this one in my possession right now, but I really, really love their nightly renewal cream. This one is incredibly expensive, but all I can say about this cream is that it is utterly magical. So if you feel like splurging, obviously now's the time because it is 30% off, but there's just something really incredible about this cream. I love it so much. So if you feel like treating yourself to this Furtuna Nightly Renewal Cream, like I said, now's the time to do it. Now I'm gonna move into some brands that are new to my Black Friday Roundup. One that's not going to be a surprise to you is Mara. This is a brand that has become one of my favorites over the past, I would say, year or two, but this is the first time I'm ever featuring them as a standalone brand. They are doing 25% off site-wide, and if you make a purchase over $30, which I don't think would be very hard to do, you will get a free deluxe size of the Pearl Peptide Essence. And I do believe that there is a VIP access that starts today. So like I said, if you're watching this video on Sunday, November 23rd, you do have a chance to have VIP access. And I believe you can get that if you are on their email list. Not 100% sure how you get the VIP access, but anyway, if you have VIP access with Mara, the sale does start today. And if you make a purchase of $250 or more, you actually get a full size of the Pearl Peptide Essence. And of course, I have the Pearl Peptide Essence on my recommendation list. I absolutely love this. I have spoken about this so many times already. So all I'm gonna say is this essence is gorgeous. I love it so much, and it's probably my favorite mist / essence that I have right now, and I just love it so much. I also really, really love their algae enzyme cleansing oil. Now, I'm about halfway through with this, so that's why I was saying I am going to be needing another cleansing oil pretty soon, so I might get the Live Botanical cleansing oil. And I feel like I love these cleansing oils pretty much equally in terms of the Mara and the Live Botanical, so I'm just going back and forth between the two of them. So after I finish this one, I think it's going to be time to go back to the Live Botanical. And then probably when I finish that one, I'll go back to this one, just alternate between the two of them because they are both so gorgeous and I love both of them pretty much equally. Also from Mara, I really, really enjoy their Clear Skin Mineral Milk. This has salicylic acid in it, but it's so gentle. It's so creamy and luxurious. It's just got the most beautiful texture. So highly recommend that one if you're looking for a salicylic acid product. And then finally, I also really, really love from Mara their retinol face oil. This is so gorgeous, so beautiful. Another brand that's been new to me over this past year that I've really fallen in love with is Frey. And they are doing 50% off when you use my code, and my code is TrishV. And their sale is going on through November. So I believe their sale ends this month, but their sale is going on right now. And one of their products that I have really fallen in love with is their Glow Me. The one I have right now is their tinted SPF 50. They also have an SPF 30. I love both of them. They perform equally the same, so it just kind of depends upon if you want SPF 30 or if you want SPF 50. I tend to want the higher SPF, so I've been leaning towards getting the SPF 50 these days. They also have one that's not tinted, but I tend to prefer a tinted SPF, and the one that I get is light to medium. I also do want to let you know that 𝒓𝒐 does not use SPF boosters. So if you are looking for a brand that does not use SPF boosters, then you definitely want to look at 𝒓𝒐. I also really love their Protect Body. So obviously this is a body SPF, and this has an SPF of 50. I love this. This has become a huge favorite over the summertime. And then another one that I really love from 𝒓𝒐 is their Bronze Me. This is also an SPF 50, and you can use this on your face or your body. So if you have any concerns about white cast on your body, you can combine the two of these. And I really did not have any issues with white cast on my skin, but if I ever felt like I wanted to have a little bit of a boost in terms of more of a bronzy type of finish on my skin, then I would combine these two. And I also did use this on my face and I really enjoyed it as well. So highly recommend all three of those products from 𝒓𝒐. Now another brand that I have really fallen in love with this year is 𝒏𝒄𝒄. And 𝒏𝒄𝒄 sent me their shampoo and conditioner several months ago, and I really enjoy both their shampoo and conditioner. I recommended both of these in my Credo sale recommendation video and my Sephora sale recommendation video. So again, I don't want to talk about these two products too much, but suffice to say, I love both of them. I love how they perform. I love the scent of both of them. It is quite strong though in terms of the scent, which is something I typically don't go for, but I am just addicted to the scent of both of these, so I find it to be a pleasurable experience in terms of the scent and the fact that it lingers in your hair for probably about 24 hours. They also have this mini essentials kit, which includes their shampoo and conditioner, their hair serum, and their styling oil. I forgot to mention the actual sale itself is 20% off site-wide. You don't need to use a code. I don't have the details in terms of when the sale begins, but I will definitely put those details down below as soon as I get them. Another brand that's pretty new to me this year is Wonder Valley, and they have 30% off site-wide, and their sale is happening now. One thing that's really amazing about this sale is if you spend more than $75, or I believe it's $75 or more, you actually get a free bottle of their olive oil. Now, I don't know if it's this full size, but when the brand sent me their sale information, they said that you get a free bottle of their olive oil. Now, their olive oil is incredible. I am almost out of this, but I save this for very special occasions, when I want to make a really beautiful salad or a special salad when we have company over or something like that. I will reach for the Wonder Valley olive oil. But anyway, I just think that it is a gorgeous bottle to start with. And I just feel like this would make for a beautiful gift. It would be an incredible hostess gift. And just in general, if you go check out their website, you will see that pretty much anything on their website would be an incredible gift. But let's go ahead and dive into my recommendations. This is their Hinoki body wash. This is incredible if you are a Hinoki fan. I have never experienced another body wash that smells so intensely like Hinoki. I have tried other Hinoki scented products, but this one puts all of those to shame. This is intensely scented of Hinoki. It's absolutely incredible. The body wash itself is quite thick, so if that sounds like a texture you would enjoy, then this is definitely a body wash you would want to check out. They also have a Hinoki bar soap. Now, I did try this years ago. I can't actually remember if it smelled intensely of Hinoki like this did, but the packaging is absolutely beautiful. I remember getting this as a gift actually, and I was just blown away by the packaging. So as I was saying, so many things on their website would make for an incredible gift. So I don't know, I just feel like the 30% off at Wonder Valley, getting a free bottle of their olive oil, this is definitely a place to go to be purchasing some gifts for the holidays. I personally am interested in their Sandalwood Yuzu shampoo. That scent profile just sounds completely up my alley, that combination of sandalwood and yuzu. So anyway, go check out their website and come back and let me know what you think looks like something you would be interested in, or what you think would look like a good gift to give from Wonder Valley. Now, the next brand I'm going to talk about, Victoria Beckham Beauty, is one that I have a lot of favorites from, and I don't want to spend too much time on them, so I'm only going to highlight a few of my favorites. But I also don't have the full details of their sale, but pretty much every year they do a Black Friday sale with 20% off. So if I get that information before I post this video, you will see the dates down here on your screen. If I don't get those dates before I post this video, then I will definitely update it in the description box below. Now, no big surprise that a huge favorite of mine, probably my biggest favorite from Victoria Beckham Beauty, are their kajal liners. Now, my favorite from this past year has been their cinnamon color. This is obviously a cinnamon kind of coppery color, and I guess I can probably spare some time here to do some swatches of the 3 colors that I'm going to talk to you about. I also really love Orchid. This is a shimmering mauve. I'll do a close-up of these for you. And then I also really love Bronze. And I also will let you know that I did line my eyes with the Victoria Beckham Bronze eyeliner today. So while I do have the Merit Solo Shimmering Shadow in Sartorial kind of smoked out along my lash line on the upper and the lower, I did use the Victoria Beckham eyeliner in Bronze along the waterline. But anyway, let's go ahead and show you these swatches. Up top here is Cinnamon, this is Orchid, and this is Bronze. Another recommendation I have from Victoria Beckham Beauty is the concealer pen with TFC8 by Augustinus Bader. And in a past video where I spoke about this new Victoria Beckham Beauty concealer, I spoke about that it is very expensive, but I forgot to talk about how it was in collaboration with Augustinus Bader, and it has this amino acid complex, this TFC8 amino acid complex, which has skincare benefits. So it's going to help repair and renew your skin, as well as help decrease your fine lines. It's also got polyglutamic acid. So I just wanted to mention that in this video because I feel kind of bad that I left out that crucial information in that past video. So again, as I mentioned in that past video, it's up to you to decide, you know, if you feel like it's worth spending the money to purchase a high-priced concealer. Now, obviously, with 20% off, I'm assuming this is going to be a 20% off Black Friday sale. So obviously it helps getting that 20% off of the high price. I think it's around $68. So it is quite expensive, but nevertheless, I do recommend it because it is very creamy. It does a great job of concealing. I really love the texture, and I really do love the delivery system of a concealer pen. Last year, I really fell in love with the YSL Touche Éclat, but that is a little bit different. That is more of a highlighting / concealer type pen. This is more of a true concealer. So anyway, I really love it, highly recommend it. And then I also am still really loving the Color Washed. I love the color Flushed, which is a sheer blushed red, and how they describe it on the website is a diffused bloom of color. Now, admittedly, this is not going to be for everyone. This does not give you a high impact, you know, shock of color whatsoever. This is definitely very natural. It kind of gives you that flush color like it's coming from within. So you really have to manage your expectations for this product, but I really love it. And I do have a video where I show myself applying this product, so I will definitely link that above so you can check that out if you are interested. Now we're gonna move into e-tailers, and I'm gonna talk about Credo first. I'm gonna try to keep this quick because, as I mentioned, I've already done a Credo recommendation video, so you can also go and reference that video as well. I also have a Credo landing page, so you can go and check out my standing recommendations that I have from Credo. In terms of their sale, they have 20% off everything. It starts tomorrow. Everything is on sale except for 𝑭𝒓𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒅. You can't get 𝑭𝒓𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒄 on sale online, but 𝑭𝒓𝒄𝒄𝒄 is on sale in the store. And then on December 1st, so Cyber Monday, you get free shipping and you also get double points. Now, one thing that I wanted to show you, because recently Maison Louis Marie sent me a bottle of their Bois de Balancourt. Now, I have never had a full-size bottle of their EDP. I've only ever had their mini of their perfume oils, so I'm so excited to have this full bottle of their EDP. I think this bottle and the presentation is so gorgeous. So as I showed you, it comes in this box like this. So very beautiful presentation. So like I said, the brand sent this to me, but I have not gotten any information from them in terms of a brand specific sale, but you can get this bottle at Credo. So again, 20% off. And it's interesting to have the opportunity to try the EDP in comparison to the perfume oil. I have the EDP on my skin right now, and it definitely feels less sweet, a little bit more woody than the perfume oil. I'm very excited to layer them. I think that'll be a really interesting experience, but just having the EDP on my skin alone, I feel like it is a little bit more woody, a little bit less ambery than the perfume oil. So I'm very excited to have the EDP. I think it's absolutely gorgeous on the skin. The bottle looks gorgeous. Another recommendation from Credo is the LolaVie Glossing Detangler. I am still really loving this one so much. It is a part of my staple in terms of hair care. I also want to mention from Credo, you can get the Westman Atelier Petite Petal Edition, and I will show you a picture of what this set looks like in the box because I don't have the box anymore, but the presentation of these items in the box just looks absolutely stunning. Again, this would be an incredible gift. What you get in this set is a baby cheeks in petal, you get their matte lipstick in petal, you get the lit up stick in petal, and then you get their lip liner in petal. And this set is so amazing. I got this during the initial Credo sale that they had in October, have fallen completely in love with it. So I'm recommending it to all of you for this sale. I do have the petal lit up stick on my upper cheekbones today, just as a highlighter, but I will tell you, I have been reaching for this almost every day as a blush. I kind of use this as a blush highlighter hybrid combo, and I absolutely love this. When I run out of this, I will definitely be getting the full size. I've also fallen in love with the petal lipstick and lip liner duo. I didn't think I was going to love the petal lipstick as much as I do. And then as far as the Petal Baby Cheeks blush, I've had this color for a long time, so I've known that I'm a big fan of the Petal Baby Cheeks. So anyway, I cannot recommend this kit highly enough. I've just completely fallen in love with the whole thing. I also have a couple of recommendations from Tower 28. This is their Sculptino bronzer in Getty. This color is absolutely beautiful. I love this so much. This is a new discovery for me over the last, I don't know, maybe 6 months. I got this about 6 months ago. The brand sent it to me. I don't know why it's taken me so long to try this, but this is absolutely beautiful. I am also still really loving the Tower 28 Serum Concealer. My color is K-Town. This concealer is absolutely beautiful. It gets raves across the board. During the Sephora sale, I picked up one of the 𝑭𝒐𝒐 Soft Focus Blurring Blushes. I got the color Flutter, which is a warm peach, and I have this on my cheeks today. What I did is I put this all over my cheeks, and then afterwards, I applied some of the Merit Bespoke Flush Balm on the apples of my cheeks. And then, like I said, I applied the Petal Lit Up Stick as a highlighter on my upper cheekbones. So anyway, getting back to the 𝑭𝒐𝒐 Soft Focus Blurring Blush, like I said, I got Flutter, which is this warm peach. This is so gorgeous. This too has been getting raves across the board. I watched a lot of reviews before I decided to take the plunge and get this, and I'm so glad that I did because it is incredibly flattering. It's really easy to apply, and for me and my skin tone, I'm light to medium with olive undertones. This peachy color, which is, like I said, Flutter, is just the perfect color. I think it's super flattering, so I'm putting this on my recommendation list as well. Next, I'm going to talk about my recommendations from the Detox Market, and they do 20% off for their Black Friday. I don't have the specific dates yet for when the sale starts, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you about my recommendations because I'm almost positive they will be doing 20% off. I will say there is a lot of overlap between Credo and the Detox Market, but I am going to focus here on some products that are at the Detox Market but not at Credo. I'm going to start with these gorgeous candles from Le Prunier. This one is their Harvest Smoke, and these boxes are just so beautiful. This would be an incredible gift. And then here's the candle. And Harvest Smoke has notes of plum, cedarwood, and orris. And this really does smell quite beautiful. Now, of course, I have not burned it yet. Sometimes candles can smell really different once you have them burning. This really does smell quite strongly, I would say, of the plum. And then it's got those back notes of the cedar and maybe a little bit of the iris. I don't quite smell a lot of the iris, but again, it's not burning, so maybe the iris comes on a little bit stronger when it's burning. But I would say it's a really nice blend of the plum and the cedar, but it definitely is stronger on the plum. The other candle that was sent to me by Le Prunier that is available at Detox Market is their Spring Bloom, and this has notes of plum, white amber, and green fig. And I think I like this one just a little bit better than the Harvest Smoke. The white amber in here is a little bit stronger than the plum, so it's a little less fruity, and the fig is not super strong. So again, I have to say that I have not burned this. You can see that the wick has not yet been burned, so I can only speak to what it smells like in the unburned state, but I do really enjoy this white amber scent that's coming from this candle. Both of these are incredibly beautiful. The presentation is gorgeous, so I do think that these would be incredible gifts to give. Now, like I said, Le Prunier sent these to me, but I don't have any information on a Black Friday sale from Le Prunier, so that's why I'm including these in the Detox Market segment of this video, because they are definitely available at Detox Market. And then in terms of another recommendation from Detox Market, I am still loving the aloe vera shampoo and conditioner from 𝑭𝒓𝒆. And as far as I know, this brand is not carried at Credo. And also, while there are a few items from Le Prunier that are available at Credo, these candles, at least right now, are not available on the Credo website. So I just wanted to go ahead and mention a few items that are available at the Detox Market that are not available at the Credo website, just so you kind of have an idea of what you can get at the Detox Market, but what you can't get at Credo. And likewise, I don't think �ＬolaVie is carried at Detox Market, but they are at Credo. And then one last recommendation from the Detox Market is the Josh Rosebrook Serum Spray Style, along with the detangling spray from �ＬolaVie. These are the two products that I use when I get out of the shower. As a lot of you know, I love the Ranavat hair oil, so I use the hair oil first when I get out of the shower, and then I use one of these along the hairline and then on the ends of my hair. So it just kind of depends, you know, what's closest to me. I love both of them equally, and I will say that you can get the Josh Rosebrook Serum Spray Style, I think, at Credo. You can get it at the Detox Market, and then last but not least, you can also get it at Beauty Heroes. I also don't have the exact dates for the Beauty Heroes sale, but they always do a 20% off sale, and I will give you those dates down below once I have them. I always recommend getting the Lil Fox Dewy Bean Dream when it is on sale at Beauty Heroes, because this is quite expensive, but this is a staple of mine. I use this twice a week without fail. Love this stuff so much. It has moth bean in it. That is why it's called Dewy Bean Dream. It also has lactic acid and glycolic acid in it. It's so gorgeous. I love it so much. It will be a staple of mine forever as long as they make it. And also from Beauty Heroes, I like to recommend the Blissoma Mild Rice Facial Cleanser. This is gorgeous. It has a very gentle exfoliating texture, I believe, from the rice in here. It's so beautiful. I love this so much, and this is also a staple of mine. So if I don't already have this on hand, I love picking this up during the Beauty Heroes sale. And then finally, the Beauty Heroes sale is a great time to pick up a tube or two of the David's toothpaste. So those are all of my Black Friday sale recommendations. I know this video was quite long. If you made it all the way through to the end, I appreciate your time so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, I would love it so much if you would do so, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.